Hey, what's up? This is Sly88 Fry here. I am reviewing episode 3 of season 11 of Futurama, this new revival of the show. If you haven't already, please check out my reviews of the first two episodes. The title of this episode is How the West Was 1010001. 1010001. I'm guessing that's binary for one, as in how the West was one. But anyway, this is a strange episode. And Futurama is known to have some strange episodes. And sometimes they do strange things like having things, even though it's 3000 whatever, having things that are more like things from the past in their future day. And what's weird is it's on Earth, so it doesn't make much sense. Usually that kind of old stuff would be on some foreign planet, but it's on Earth. So Professor Farnsworth invested in Bitcoin. In 3023, there are still people investing in that garbage? Really? I thought by then people would have learned. I mean, most people don't even bother with Bitcoin today, as far as I know. It's such a volatile form of currency or market or whatever the hell it's supposed to be, cryptocurrency. It's not even really worth the investment and worth the risk for most people. But yeah, as the result of Farnsworth losing a fortune investing in Bitcoin, he asked for a loan from the Robot Mafia. I absolutely love how they threaten him, saying, "You better pay us back." And after that, Fry just politely says, "Oh, goodbye, Robot Mafia," like so casually, like there's nothing wrong.
Yo, we're also leg brokers.
Goodbye, Robot Mafia!
Oh, hey, that's awesome. He's actually wearing headphones. I was under the impression everybody in the future would be just wearing those earbuds or, having something that's invisible, but I know this is random, but I always prefer headphones over earbuds because earbuds pierce in the ear and they're a lot easier to lose and stuff. I mean, sure, you can put it in two people, but... So I guess it's back to basically being like 1849 now with the gold rush, but instead it's the crypto rush or the thallium rush, where people are heading west to mine that crap. I've mostly been in my hometown of Santa Rosa. I like it here, but I've had my fair share of traveling in my life. And what are the chances there's going to be a town that looks like the Old West in 3023? Like, really? You don't even see towns that look like that today. They just don't exist unless it's some kind of tourist attraction. The only one I know of for sure that still looks like that is a place called Old Tucson, which is not far from the actual city of Tucson, Arizona, and a really cool place because you can go there, and Old Tucson is the third most filmed location in the US, as it's a great place to film westerns. A lot of the westerns you've seen from decades ago and even some more recently are filmed there. I love how this man is so dedicated to accurately counting the population that just before he dies, he drops it down by one to count himself out. That is dedication right there. Well, I'm very thankful Farnsworth explained why a town in the future would be so old Western.
Kind of old-fashioned for a town built on high-speed computation.
Well, every watt of electricity goes to the Bitcoin mining computers. For everyone else, it's practically like living in the Old West.
Professor Farnsworth, in his head, perfectly accurately, I guess through his dentures, counted 0.3% thallium, despite the fact that the guy who actually officially does the count suggested there's no way that could be done. Impressive. Bender's ass is worth 0%. So Roberto, he's back, he's completely nuts, but has to use a gun because it's the Old West and you gotta use a gun, except he chose to use, I guess, a custom-made knife gun. That's interesting. Zoidberg meets with a doctor, therapist, and not for himself. He just was curious because he's a doctor himself and wanted to know more about what doctors are like there. But Roberto goes there for anger management and it's like, "I wanted confidentiality," and actually kills the therapist instead of Zoidberg. So now Zoidberg takes over as the doctor in the town. The Borax kid looks familiar. I remember seeing him in another episode. He cheats at playing cards, and wow, Fry really pathetically fell for it. I guarantee you that that game he just said was completely made up, just so he can just choose whatever the rules are and just take his money. Roberto kills Mumbles, so the Borax kid enlists Fry to be his sidekick. Hermes' son initially thinks Limbo is stupid. And Bender uses his ass to mine for more thallium. Somehow, Apple Maps is still a thing. I don't really know anybody who uses it today. Sadly, Dwight Conrad got run over by a chariot, one that was supposed to stop when it saw him on the road so Roberto could rob it. So a puma or mountain lion, whatever, going after Fry and Leela. Fry fires a pistol and completely misses, but of course, the Borax Kid takes all the credit for it. It is discovered that the bar owner has been actually using severed robot heads to mine thallium, like at a really rapid rate, and just make record profits. However, what's really crazy is that she doesn't actually sound so bad. She mentions how a lot of the proceeds go to charity and is actually being very polite to the people who discovered her scheme by not even killing them, just trapping them, and actually even promising to feed them snacks. So, is she really that bad? Fry's infatuation over the Borax Kid finally dies because he actually sees the exact books that the Borax Kid rips off and makes his own. After Bender was being too demanding to Rusty, his donkey that he actually won in an auction, Rusty, who had seemed to have gotten along with Bender, couldn't tolerate anymore, just kicked him, and even Bender admits he deserves it. Holy crap, there are 2 different pistol duels going on at the same time, and wow, these people are not accurate with their pistols. Like, how do you guys fire this many shots and not one of them hits your target? But fortunately, Dwight, well, his spine is completely messed up, which sucks, but fortunately for him, he's able to limbo perfectly and is able to help his father Hermes get out of the situation. Now the robot mafia, their heads have been turned into crypto mining heads. Yeah, this is kind of a strange episode, but it has a lot of really funny moments, so it's a good episode. Upon actually saying my review right here, I am remembering it more fondly than when I watched it the first time, although that might have been because I was actually taking notes. It's entertaining, it's kind of nonsensical, just kind of ridiculous, funny all around. It's not one of those emotional ones like the previous episode, but it's a blast. It's enjoyable all the way through. There are some parts that are a little more slow here and there, but it's worthwhile. I suggest give it a watch.